Namaskaram. Abhivadaye Saktya Sankritya Gauravita Trayarisheya Pravaranvida Sankriti Gotra Āpastamba Sutra. This is what a person who is introducing himself to elders says by pronouncing the names of their important ancestors who founded their family, known as the Gotra. This practice not only serves as an introduction but also signifies their suitability to perform sacred acts and invoke deities, considering their lineage of worthy ancestors. Consequently, individuals repeat the names of their ancestors 3 times each day during their morning, noon, and evening prayers, that is, Sandhya Vandanam. So, what exactly are these names? What do they signify? The most recent or significant Rishi from whom one is descended is known as the Gotra Rishi. For example, in the case of Sankriti Gotra, the Gotra Rishi is Sankriti, and the names of the ancestors of that Rishi, known as Pravara Rishis, that is, Shaktya, Sankritya, and Gauravita. In this example, there are 3 Pravara Rishis. Although different families belong to the same lineage, they may pronounce the names of varying numbers of their ancestors. The rule is that the number of Pravara Rishis should be 1, 2, 3 or 5 or occasionally 7. No other numbers are permitted. Now, we will analyze our example. The Sankriti Gotra, which is one of the 18 broader Gotras. The list of all 18 broader Gotras are as follows: Jamadagni, descendants of Bhrigu; Vitahavya, followers of Bhrigu; Mitrayu, followers of Bhrigu; Shunaka, followers of Bhrigu; Vena, followers of Bhrigu; Bharadvaja, descendants of Angiras; Gotama, descendants of Angiras; Rathitara, followers of Angiras; Mudgala, followers of Angiras; Vishnurviddha, followers of Angiras; Harita, followers of Angiras; Kanva, followers of Angiras; Sankriti, followers of Angiras; Kashyapa, descendants of Marichi; Vasishtha, descendants of Marichi; Agastya, descendants of Marichi; Atri, and 18, Vishwamitra, descendants of Atri. In the above list, the terms followers and descendants hold different meanings. Descendants refers to the direct family lineage, including sons and grandsons, while followers signifies those who have adopted a particular Gotra by embracing Brahminhood. Hence, they are referred to as Kevala Bhargavas or Kevala Angirasas. I will explain in detail about this when we analyze about Rishi Sankriti. While Rishi Sankriti is not found in the Rigveda, references to him can be discovered in the text such as Vishnu Purāna, Vāyu Purāna, and Matsya Purāna. Let us discuss the timeline where we have some knowledge about the legends surrounding the Paurava dynasty. One prominent figure in this lineage is Dushyanta and Sakuntala, who are known for their legendary tales. They had a son named Bharata, who was the descendant of Paurava dynasty. However, Bharata did not have any biological sons of his own. Following the advice of Rishi Dirghatamas, he decided to adopt Bharadwaja from Angirasa family as his own son. Bharadwaja was the biological son of Brihaspati, and through this adoption he became a Kshatriya. Thus, Bharadwaja came to have two fathers. Although he did not succeed Bharata as king, he did have a son named Vitatha. Bharadwaja consecrated Vitatha as the king and retired to the forest. Eventually, Bharata also passed away. Vitatha's son was Bhumanyu, and Bhumanyu had four sons: Brihatkshatra, Mahavirya, Nara, and Garga. Brihatkshatra had a son named Suhotra, and Suhotra's son was Hastin, who is credited with founding the city of Hastinapura. Hastin had three sons: Ajamidha, Dwamidha, and Purumidha. One of Ajamidha's son was Kanva, who had a son named Medhatithi. Another son of Ajamidha was Brihadishu. This lineage continues. The son of Dwamidha was Yavinara. Now, let us turn our attention to Mahavirya, who was also known as Amahiyava. His son was Urukshaya, who had three sons: Trayaruna, Pushkarin, and Kapi. All three sons became Rishis, and Urukshaya Amahiyava is attributed with Suktam number 118 in the 10th mandala of the Rig Veda. Now, the son of Nara was Sankriti, and Sankriti had two sons, Guruvirya and Rantideva. Guruvirya is alternatively referred to as Guruviti or Gauraviti in Matsya Purāna. Please refer to chapter 145, sloka number 102 and chapter 196, sloka number 32 for these names. He is also mentioned as Gauriviti in the Rig Veda. Notably, Gauriviti Shaktya has contributed several hymns, including the Suktam number 29 in Mandala 5, Suktam number 108 in Mandalam 9, and Suktam number 73 and 74 in Mandalam number 10. Rantideva Sankriti, known for his generosity and hospitality, was a renowned king whose kingdom was situated along the river Chambal, with Dasapura as its capital. Although Kshatriya status prevailed during Rantideva's rule, his kingdom eventually disappeared as his descendants appear to have become Brahmins. The son of Garga was Shini, and their descendants were known as Gargyas and Shainyas. Due to their connection with Bharadwaja, who was their grandfather, a situation arose where they could claim either Kshatriya or Brahmin lineage. The majority of them chose to become Rishis and join the Angirasa clan, thus earning the title of Kevala Angiras. Notable examples include Sankritis, Gargyas, Kāpyas and Urukshayas. So far, we have identified Sankriti and Gauraviti in this lineage. Let us once again recall the Pravara. Shaktya, Sankritya, Gauravita. It is worth noting that these Rajas who were born out of Bharadvaja joined the Angirasa clan. When pronouncing the Pravara, one can observe that the names are arranged in a particular order, either from the oldest to the most recent Rishi, or from the founder of the Gotra to the latest Rishi in the lineage. The Sankritis, who belong to Angirasa clan, have three distinct Rishi Pravaras that are associated with their lineage. These Pravaras are pronounced as Angirasa Sankritya Gauravita or Angirasa Gauravita Sankritya or Shaktya Sankritya Gauravita. Who is this Shaktya which is mentioned as part of the Pravara? Now, let us explore the identity of Shaktya. Shaktya refers to Rishi Shakti, who was the son of Vasishtha and the father of Parashara. Parashara, in turn, was the father of Vyasa. Interestingly, the name of Rishi Shaktya is used in Pravaras of Parasara Gotras, which belongs to the Vasishtha group. From this information, we can infer that earlier the Sankritis followed the Angirasa clan, but over time, due to a mixing or procreation process called Niyoga, they became the descendants of Vasishthas. It is likely that this transition occurred during the time of Gauraviti, as Gauraviti himself referred to him as Gauriviti Shaktya in Rigveda, as evidenced in Mandala 5, Suktam number 29, Mandala 9, Suktam number 108, and Mandalam 10, Suktam number 73 and 74. Due to this shift in lineage, Sankritis are not permitted to intermarry with Vasishthas, although they originally belonged to the Kevala Angirasas. However, they can intermarry with any other descendants of Angirasas, as they are not Angirasas' direct offspring. The significant and prominent descendants of Vasishthas are Indrapramati, Abharadvasu, Upamanyu, Shakti, Parashara, Maitravaruna, and Kaundinyas. Vasishtha and his wife Urja had 7 sons, namely Rajas, Gatra, Urdhvabahu, Savana, Anaga, Sutapas, and Shukra. Vasishtha begot his son Shakti from Arundhati. Shakti got Parashara through Adrishyanti. The child named Kuni, who was born of Kapinjali Gritachi and Vasishtha, is called Indrapramati. Vasu was his son, Upamanyu was Vasu's son. Kaundinyas have been originated from Mitravaruna. All of them are called Vasishthas. One peculiar Suktam in Rigveda, that is in Mandala 9, Suktam number 97, which has 58 mantras, addressed to Pavamana Soma by all the Rishis of Vasishthas. So, any Gotra which has Pravara with a name Vasishtha has to be avoided by Sankritis for marriage. It is evident that Rishi Shakti was the founder of Sankriti Gotra, as supported by the Gotra Pravara Manjari, which states Shakti Purvo Moolam Va. That means he is the root. For your information, Gotra, Gana or family group have the same meaning. You can identify with the Pravara, that is 3 Rishi Pravara or 5 Rishi Pravaras. Moreover, Sankriti includes the following Ganas, that is family groups, as per the Āśvalāyana, Āpastamba, Bodhāyana and Kātyāyana Sutras. They are Agrayana, Arshabhi, Gangi, Gargyahari, Chandrayana, Chasarayana, Janaki, Tandi, Tarakadya, Talaki, Tairandha, Nagahi, Parasparayanya, Paribhavas, Parni, Putimasha, Painaya, Paula, Laugakshi, Lakshi, Maitaleya, Shambhu, Seshaya, Shaivagana, Shrautayana, Sahi, Sankritya, Sankriti, Satavya, Sushibhi, Saupavana, Harigriva, Lamaka, Pautyas, Charayani, Tairagharatavya, Sahigangi, Talanagahi. All members of these Gotras recite their 3 Rishi Pravara as either Angirasa Sankritya Gauravita or Shaktya Sankritya Gauravita. There is no intermarriage between these Ganas or 38 family groups or Gotras. At the same time, these 38 family group will not marry with any Vasishtha group, but they will marry with any Angirasa family group or any other family group like Kashyapa, Atri, Vishwamitra, etc. In fact, we can make a separate video about how Gotras and Pravaras emerged, exploring their origins and importance, their different classifications, etc. based on your response to this video. The Sankritis as a family have grown and contributed to the flourishing of society. All Sankritis can be regarded as Kshatriya Brahmins or descendants of Raja Rishis. Notably, there are numerous individuals belonging to Sankriti Gotra in Varahur village, Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu. Therefore, it is advised to repeat Abhivadaye, Shaktya, Sankritya, Gauravita, Trayarsheya, Pravaranvida, Sankriti Gotraha, Āpastamba Sutraha, Yajur Adhyayi, at least 2 times every day, so that the descendants of Sankriti can attain success in their lives. Now, can you guess why I place particular emphasis on the Sankriti Gotra? I welcome your comments. Thank you. Namaskaram.